Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and all the folks. Like, you did not hear anything in the beginning there on that intro. I am not dubbing that over. Fuck that. Some of my hair. You are listening to Midnight Run with me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing well tonight. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a little bit extra quiet. I don't know why, but it's gonna be a good episode. I think tonight. Let's keep. Let's make this a good episode. So you are listening to Midnight Run with me, Michael, as I already just stated literally seconds ago. And if you want to just live, you can go to twitch.tv// again. It's in there. If you're watching the video, you can see it. That's what you need to look up. But if you can't make it when it happens, because I get it, it's midnight when I record these. Yeah, it's usually on a Wednesday night / Thursday morning when that happens. So keep that in mind. And not much else to that. If you miss it, you go to YouTube. We can watch every single episode, or you can listen on Spotify or listen on Spotify, whatever, on there. But also on there, you can listen when I used to do this as a radio show. The whole inspiration for this, when I used to do this as a college radio show, way back when. It's like way back when, but it was like fucking 5 years ago. It's crazy to think it's only been 5, but even still, it's like, oh. I feel like I just thought about that earlier today, because I've by the time I'm when late July comes around, or mid-late July, that's when my work anniversary is. So it's like I've only worked there for about 3 years by then. However, it feels like it's been longer. It honestly has. And this past couple of weeks have been rough, just because it's the nature of the beast, but also we just had events on top of events on top of events. So it's like, well, I gotta be there. So whoops. But I did have an episode last week, which again, you can go to YouTube. You can, if you're catching this early, if you're watching this early, you can watch the VOD still on Twitch. But also, that episode's again on YouTube. And that one I did with my girlfriend. Again, usually I do the episodes on Wednesdays / Thursdays, which I said before. Which again. But that one I did on Friday, Saturday. And I didn't really need to be in super early to work that day, because I worked a lot last week, and even the past 3 days, I put in 32 hours. I left work early, today or Wednesday, whatever, and I already had 32. I'm like, I need to leave. I just need to go. Not anything I couldn't help longer, but it's I just need to get out of here. No offense to my team. It's just I needed to get out. And yeah, but we made it through. And honestly, it's, in some regards, it is good that we have things happening. In other regards, I just remember getting home on it sucks. I should gather my thoughts before I speak, but also I'm got to keep talking, or else it feels like it's like the movie Speed. If I stop talking, I will die. But I'm not gonna die in this situation. But that's all right. So on Monday, we were getting thrown left and right, just doing a lot of stuff. I was like here, there, everywhere, just setting up rooms, putting power drops down, putting projectors in ceilings. I was doing the whole gambit, and I think our the entire team that was there was just dead tired. So by the time that we left, I got home. I like probably rotted in my bed for like the rest of the night. Just like I could not move at all. I just like felt stiff. It's like, oh, you probably should take like a shower, like a jacuzzi bath. It's like, nah, 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 nah. I'm just gonna basically just chill. I needed it. I don't think I had really anything to eat that night. It was, oh man, I was just so tired. I could not move. I was just doom scrolling on TikTok the rest of the night when I got home. I'm just like, I just need to lie down. It was horrible. Absolutely tragic. But then on Tuesday it was a lot better, and then again, I had some hiccups on when I was working today, but it was like weird because it didn't happen on Tuesday, even though we did have newer rooms like setups for whatever, but it's just like one of the rooms or two of the rooms are just being weird. And it's like sometimes because the problem that was happening was like some video stuff was occurring, and like sometimes it's on our end, sometimes it's on the client's end, but it was like a thing where we couldn't tell because it was fine. Some like for a certain time it was fine, but then left the room, come back in, it's like back to where it was. But then it'll be like random time. So it was like I would like leave for like 20 minutes per se, and then it'll be like, oh, we're having the issue again. It's like, okay, come back, fix it, or try to see what else could have been the issue. All right, fix that. Leave. Hour 20, just hour later. Like let's for instance, hour later, happens again. Leave for like 5 minutes. Happens again, and then it'll be like, oh, rest of the day it's fine. What? Oh, but then a different room is having a different one. It's like, huh? So we were really scratching our heads around that one. Not really sure why it was going on, but honestly, I think that was the exact like timeline of how it was going on. But got to figure it out. And then like, yeah, I don't want to talk, or even the group. I don't want to talk about that because there was a lot of confidential stuff. Like I've never had to sign an NDA. Or actually, I've only had to sign an NDA once in the about almost 3 years that I've worked at my job, and it was for like a vehicle. And I can probably talk about it now because it's the vehicle in question has been out, but I'm not gonna say with a company or whatever. But like, it was. I still remember the setup for that was ass because we had this one projector that we rented in or something like that, and we just could not perfect fit it at all for our screens. I spent like an hour on it. My like basically a little more like a supervisor kind of like lead tech spent like an hour working on it. Then we had my boss's boss spent like an hour, 2 hours, and we were all like, we don't know what the hell's going on. We never rented that kind of projector again, and that was just before we got our more. We usually use like 7Ks, but now we have like an army of 12K projectors, which are kind of a lot obviously better resolution. They're not like perfect, but for the job that they're doing, yeah, they're a lot better. A lot better. But Yeah, some now some of them are just having some weird problems here and there. I think the main one that I've been seeing is like they've been having focus issues, which is strange because the throw distance, a lot of so technical terms. So like you have a projector, like say a movie projector. The throw distance is the distance from the projector itself to the screen, and the focus on it, like if I use the focus that I have on my camera right now, I can, make myself, more high definition or more blurry. That's what focus is. And the range, it's meant to work. It's like the sizing and the fitting and like the size of the screen, the fitting of the whatever. That's like the throw distance, the range. And trying to get it to like focus and whatever. One of the things, one of the like lenses like has a servo that just does not want to work, and we sent it to the company that we bought it from. And even though these projectors are like pretty new, like they're pretty new, they're like, yeah, we don't make this kind of lens anymore. We're like, what? So we just kind of had to figure it out ourselves. It's like, what the hell? But we got a replacement one, and it's fine. Thank God. Not all the other technical stuff. It's like a lot of like a year ago we were having issues where we're running into situations where like things are breaking left and right just because like kind of on accident, kind of on like people like mishandling. But now we're having like over a year later. This is way over a year when we were having like a string of just like incidents of like things just randomly breaking, of things like breaking because of oops, on accident. Now we're just having a string of things that just don't want to work randomly, absolutely randomly. We did nothing, like hands tied behind, like right hand on the Bible. We did nothing wrong. We could, like any other day, it would be fine. Except for this one day, it just decides, okay, I'm not gonna work. It's like, I'm just gonna decide to not work anymore. I hate that sometimes. But it's again part of the job, but it's also some things it's just like like even if it was part of my job, like I don't know, man. I honestly don't. Like I think today I want to talk about like things that when I'm what, actually I should probably wear my shirt. So the shirt that I'm wearing is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shirt. When I was doing, I thought about this in the past week. Actually, a couple hours after, maybe an hour or two after the episode that I was doing with my girlfriend, there was an event called JoJo Day, or what was it, JoJo Day, or yeah, I can't remember, but it was basically more or less a show, like kind of the Disney showcase of like, oh, here's the projects that we're working on, but it was for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's kind of more fun stuff because a lot of it, you don't have a lot of things that go with it, so it's like, oh, get some of the voice actors to play fun games and like quiz and stuff like that. Oh, here's a project, here's some like spin-off things, and here's like the thing for like the bi-monthly or whatever, bi-season, whatever, a thing. Here's for the monthly magazine, here's this and that. And like, oh, here's a game, here's a gotcha game, or here's a DLC or whatever. But at the end of it, the last JoJo Day was 2021. Why that's significant is that's when Part 6 was announced, and we got a fucking JPEG of Jolene, who was the main character of Part 6. And this one, Steel Ball, probably I don't want to, you know what, it is kind of like, I don't want to say that it is definitively the best part, but I feel like as a majority, in the fandom that have like that know their stuff, that are caught up and know their stuff, part 7 is the best part. The best. And the fact that it's been about 2.5, 3 years since the end of part 6, people were like kind of biting at the bit for it. But why it's so hilarious and like sucks. Back when I was doing my like, put a video every week, I made a video that I got the Joestar tattoo. On the second half of the video, I was talking about how, we're not going to get part 7 for a long time. And I still hold true to that. I still hold true that we're not going to get 7. They don't, like, during the JoJo Day event, they did not put a release date on there. And they did the same thing with part 6, where they didn't have the date, but it came out later that year. Or batch 1. God, that's another fucking issue I have. But I hope that this one doesn't come out till 2026. Give it a year, more than a year. I want like December 2026. I do not want part 7 to come out prematurely. People will fucking riot. The fans will riot. David Productions will be fucking demolished. Japan won't, like, World War III. Solely on David Productions. That's kind of what I feel like would happen if they fuck up part 7. Because it's ride or die. They don't get this right. Oh, it's going to be sad. It's going to be real sad. Part 8's going to be cooked. 9 probably won't even be done as a manga. But, well, 9's not going to be done for a long time because, like, we're only on, like, chapter 22. The chapter probably is out right now. The newest chapter is probably out either today or just came out yesterday. Probably. You know what? I could check on that. Let me check on that. Let's go to what I like to do. And this is, again, a little side tangent from what I was talking about, like things like, foot and mouth syndrome, basically. But what I like to do, now let's go to my tabs and stuff like that. I use Manga Dex. That's the best site. I was using something I downloaded, basically part 7 or part 5, 6, and 7 onto like a drive years and years and years ago, right around COVID, and I read through them just on that. But now I use like Manga Dex, and that's what I got through part 8 and now part 9. Actually, let me check. Did the last month, latest chapter has not come out yet. But I feel like it probably should be out like pretty soon. Yeah, because that came out a month ago. That was 2 months ago. So it's about to come out. Yeah, so I cannot wait. I can't wait for that. Although the past couple of ones, like, I've been trying to make like the chapters in a nutshell videos, but like ever since I stopped doing like the weekly video thing, I kind of stopped doing them. And also, it's like those videos take up a lot of time, and I didn't get a lot of inspiration with this new arc. Like a lot of the jokes that I had for it just did not work for me. And it sucks because like now I could probably get something out of it, but it's already like 3 months, man. 3-4 months, and I can't get anything out of it. It's been a while. And even then, like, not a lot has happened, but a lot has happened. It's a strange situation of like in the chapter itself, not a lot happens, but within the greater span of things, a lot of things have happened. Like, of the 3 chapters, like, I could make a long, like, 5-10 minute meme video on it, basically. But I don't want to. But again, with part with part 7, I hope they really don't mess this up, because like, oh boy. The main thing that's going to be the holdup is the horses, especially early on. Early part 7 with all of the horses is going to be a pain in the ass. And why I say that, and I think I've already said this before I mentioned it, or even in that video, is because horses are, for some reason, just notoriously nightmarish to animate. Just notorious. You can get it right, but it takes a long time. Weirdly enough, I can't say exactly why, but it is. And some people speculated that they're going to use CG for it, and I think they probably will, a little bit, because like it's been like CG has been used in parts before, and honestly, don't care. Like, well, part 6. Let's talk about part 6. The fact that they were released in batches is the biggest mistake. Absolutely fucking worst. Like, pardon my language. It was the absolutely dumbest. Like, I don't condone any words like this, but in this specific situation, I'm using it. And the only way that I would ever use this is if you're being stupid intentionally. By all means, you know that this is wrong. You shouldn't be doing it, but you are being absolutely stupid. Purposefully. Not as like a joke. Not as nothing. You're trying to be stupid intentionally. I do not use this for any mental condition or something like that. The way that they released part 6 was so fucking retarded. I don't like using that word. I don't. But for this specific situation, they put it out in batches. Why I say that is because there's been a long going thing. It's been going like since the anime has been releasing. There's been a long running meme within the community about JoJo Fridays. And now that even you still can do it, but since part 1 started releasing in 2012 or whatever, I can't remember. They've been releasing an episode every Friday. And, even when the parts were off and once they started airing again, Friday was the day. And even when they, actually did the on-air things, they did it on Fridays. But when they put it on Netflix, and I don't know why Netflix is this stupid. Like, if Netflix was this stupid, because they could have got a fuck ton of money for this. Because you're releasing an episode each week. That's 4 episodes a month. You keep people on, like, say, 36 episodes in a part. 36. 4 episodes in a month. By my numbers, that's 9 months. If you're releasing an episode each week, 9 months. That's pretty freaking good. But yet they had the audacity to release them in batches. But you know what show during the first batch, you know what show released weekly episodes? Motherfucking Arcane. And even Arcane Season 2, they did exactly that. Even though they split into parts, which I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Like the reason, and I know I've said this before, but the reason I do not want to touch Arcane, even though I know it's got fantastic art, like, come on, it's fantastic. The story is probably very good. But there's 2 reasons. One, it's League of Legends. It's League of Legends. Like, ugh. Garbage. It was a whole that disgusting sound got me good. It's League of Legends. This is literally garbage. They used it to get people to play their game, which did not work. It fucking it backfired. It's hilarious. But 2, just that whole situation. It's like they were releasing weekly episodes simultaneously as they dropped a batch of JoJo episodes. It was the absolute just spit in the face situation. I hated it. I was furious. Like I'm hoping and assuming many JoJo fans were pissed off about that. Like they were telling Netflix to shut up and take their money for whatever 3 months for that first batch. And still, the episodes look like shit. And this was announced like granted, it was COVID. Still during COVID or getting over COVID. Part 6 should not have released when it did. It should have waited for like 1 or 2 more months before they started putting out the first 12 episodes, because you really noticed it in batch 2. Not because it was like, I think the animation got better. They were able to touch up things and work on it actually, and that's the reason why they did in the batch in the first place. But also Netflix, whatever. It wasn't finished. They cleaned it up when batch 2 came out, but batch 2 did not have an original OP. That's another thing. People were pissed about that. I'm pissed about that. The only difference between opening 1 and opening 2, technically 2, was like there was an alternate, kind of not really alternate ending for the animatic, which like it was nothing. It was a whole nothing burger. But Heaven's Falling Down, they did their work on that one. Batch 3 did their work. I haven't finished it though. I just know. And then I'm not getting into the spoil for the ending. Also, like, I feel like they could have done something with the ending song, but they didn't. Because, like, every single part, or, 1, 2, and 3 did something different with it. Well, 2 kind of, 3 kind of did, 2 did. So, like, it, like, kind of was different every episode. More or less. So, like in parts 1 and 2, it was like a little mural thing, like Aztec blood mural thing, scrolling sideways in part 1, or if you're watching the video, it'd be going right to left. Yes, so it'd be going right to left. For me, it'd be left to right. I can't. The way that the camera works. But then it would get to the mask, the stone mask. But then in part 2, that mask would shatter away, and then it would be scrolling up. And it would show like things, and it'd be different depending on what episode you are. And it'd be different thing. Oh, here's a character here. Oh, here's an item here. Here's this and that. It kept evolving. And they did the same exact thing for part 4 throughout the whole thing. It was the same song, but as you kept going each arc, you would say, oh, here's this character. Oh, here's that character. Oh, there's that shop. Oh, this one's even more highlighted. Oh, look, it's this whole little sequence here is different because we know this character and we know what their deal is. Oh, we got back to this arc. Okay, now this is different. They did that kind of with part 5. Really, not really. Actually, they did it more in the later half when they did Modern Crusaders. And then part 3 kind of didn't, but Walk Like an Egyptian was... that shit's iconic. That ending is iconic. And Last Train Home. Oh, that shit gets me crying every time. God damn. Especially when you get to the end. Oh my God. It's like tears. But like Duffy's song, I can't even tell you. Dreamer or Distant Dreamer. I think it's just Dreamer by Duffy. In part 6, it's just the same waves. Like, I don't think anyone's like, if the fandom has really looked into it, I don't think like there's been nothing about it. And they're like, people in the JoJo community can be diligent as hell, but if they're not seeing that there's anything different in the endings, like that's a absolute shame. And if they don't do that for part 6, travesty. Like, yeah, people are gonna skip over because it's Netflix, and they will do that. But if they change it up, do what they do with the other parts, except for ones that don't do it. Change it up, make it look different every arc, make it interesting, make it build. Like, that's the way that you should be doing it. Like, have it like the ending be like, oh, it's the map, and like, oh, here's a location here, here's a location here, oh, this happened here, here's a character, and be going through the track or the route of the Steel Ball Run race, which would be interesting if they did that for the ending, which they're, they give them the benefit of the doubt that they could do that, but know that Netflix will say fuck no to that. Pardon my language. And now let's go to Magic Cards. I've said enough about JoJo. I need to go into something else. So let's go into Magic Cards, I think. I got real heated. I'm going to be honest. Before we get into Magic Cards, I got real heated there. Again, I only use the R word in that terms. I never use that to describe any person in that sort of regard. I only use it to describe just absolute stupidity. Absolute stupidity. Purposeful stupidity. And even then, I don't like using it. So let's go into Magic Cards. And yeah, so if like I use it, it's like death sentence. Like, when a kid never curses or anything, or like a teacher or person that never curses, when they say like damn, and like the whole room goes silent, like that. So anyways, let's open these packs. See, I'm trying to cover my ass on that one, but ass and reasoning. So we've got Twin Bolt. I'm gonna get through some of these. Teamer Devotee, Tempest Hawk, Reputable Merchant, some guy. Hopefully we get a good card in this. I am hurting for some good cards in this. Corroding Dragonstorm. We got a Severance Priest. It's got Death Touch. When this enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. This creature, when this creature leaves the battlefield, the exile card's owner creates an XX white spirit creature token where X is the mana value of the exile card, which is like, Herdloom. I've already opened this one before, and it's kind of, it's not bad. Foil Abzan Monument. That's neat. I was building an Abzan den, which I'm not. Man, Tarkir Dragonstorm is so freaking lit. God damn. I love this set. I need to read up on the story of it, but like a lot of stuff happens. I know a little bit, but like main story, oh man, is crazy pack 2. I'm just gonna go through some of the okay, we're on our uncommons. Got a Jeskai Monument, Whale of War, Unsparring Boltcaster, a Whirlwind Stormbrood, and it has Omen, Sorcery, Dynamic Soar. Oh, yes! Areni, the Song Unending. It's 5 and Teamer. It's got flying protection from white and black. When it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponent control, where X is the number of lands you control. Good for landfall. Very good landfall. Funny. I wouldn't say it would be a commander, but it's a good one. So as its anchor for the foil, it's the Butthole. Foil Butthole. Jungle Hollow and Elephant. Last pack. Get some commons out of the way. But like, it's crazy because like, what I do know is like Ugin's in it, so of course you already know who else is in it. Nico Bolas. But the crazy thing, he has amnesia, or at least the part that I know of. He has amnesia, but he knows it. He knows Chase because he's there, and he knows that he's worked with them before. He just doesn't know where. And everyone's just like, oh, oh God. But yeah, Sultai Monument, Formation Breaker. Oh yeah, and then Constrictor Sage. We got a Cordy Mountain Stalwart, and then we got the Sabrig Ceremony. Oh, this is interesting. So creature spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature, then create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Huh. I know there's a way to make this work and break it, but I don't know. You know, there is a way to do it. Ooh, there is a way to do it. It's kind of tough, though. And it's kind of tough. Stormstreak Feral. And the payoff is not that great. Because you could do like a... I wouldn't say Ashnod's Altar, but you can use a... why am I blanking? A Phyrexian Altar to infinitely cast like Gravecrawler, something like that. That's just like a one black, and then just constantly. I'd say up your storm count, but like, what are you gonna do in mono black? I don't know. But yeah, that was a good, decent. Not. Oh, you know, I might just open another one because goddamn, I love this set. I'm gonna probably get more boxes than I think I'm gonna get because like, fuck, this set's fun. It's fun to open, even though it's like mainly a 3-color set. It's so fun. It's so cool. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna show this one on the regular camera, but I'm gonna just open it. We'll send it. Top shelf. I'm Millie. You know, just watch. This one will be the best pack out of all of them. It'll be just my luck too, if it is. Let's see. Going into commons, we got a challenge Dragonfire Effortless Master, Teaming Dragonstorm. Fenza, Unyielding Lineage. Whenever another non-token creature endures 2, owns the DC. Okay, so, kinda, but also not really. Yeah. So the main instance of me putting my foot in my mouth recently, as I said before, was obviously the JoJo thing. But I feel like I've done that quite a bit. Obviously, you know, situations here and there. Like, even today, even earlier today, I was like, oh, I changed batteries in all the rooms. And less than 5 minutes after I said that, we get a text from the group, the client that we have, or from one of the breakout rooms. It's like, yeah, one of the batteries is dead. One of the mics is dead. It's one of our guys goes and fixes it. It's like, yeah, the battery inside of it was dead. It's like, huh? I didn't have any issues in that room, and all the batteries were good. So it's like, what the fuck? So I don't know what happened there. Or the mics that they were saying that it was, like, I remember replacing them. But at least it wasn't like they weren't too urgent. They were like, oh, it's not too urgent. So we got a lot of other mics, which, damn. A lot of other clients say, like, this is urgent. But cool of them to not be like, hey, we need this at some point, but don't stress over it. Man. It's like, we need it, but not now. But make sure soonish. Now that's the best thing. I love that when a client says something like that. Cause like it's like, oh, you know, say we don't have it's like, oh, if you're doing something, you don't want to have to like drop everything to go work on, something else. But I've had that happen a lot where it's like, oh, I'm doing this project on the opposite side of the freaking building. It's like, hey, can you come down to this room to change out a thing, or check out someone's laptop that's just not plugged in? I've had that happen way too many times to admit it. I'm just gonna be flat out honest. I've had that happen way too many times for it to be funny or helpful for my fitness. Vindy's nuts in your mouth. That was nothing. That was nothing. Oh, but I got everyone today with a ball gazer, hardcore ball gazer. So we were just, right before I left, we were doing like a tech demo of like one of the RoboCam, just like a refresher course basically. And we have like just like a monitor of it on our TV. And so the person operating the camera was turning it to the mirror. I'm like, oh, this is my time to shine. I just drop a fat ball gazer right on it, and everyone got it. It's like, it's like, yes. Oh, that's a funny joke. And for those who don't know ball gazer, it's when you take your index finger and your thumb, you turn it, make it into a circle, and you take your other fingers, just go like, it's like, oh, that's nice and good. Like, have them all up, but then you turn that upside down. And the point of a ball gazer is to have it like hip or lower. There's some rules to that. Like if you're lower, like if I don't know, it depends on height difference and things like that. Like you can be like taller than someone else if you're getting them. Like if you're getting someone at eyesight, that doesn't count. If you're like going at their eyesight, that doesn't count. If you're above them, doesn't count unless if it's significant enough that it would count. Like significant enough that's like, oh, I'm not pointing at their head. I'm not trying to like put it in front of their face. That doesn't count. But when it's like, oh, I'm like high up in a lift, hit someone with a ball gazer, they see it, that counts. And it can also happen vice versa. If like say I'm up in a lift and someone hits me with it, doesn't matter where it is. Actually, it does matter as long as it's not like above the shoulders. I'm just coming up with rules, honestly. Ball gazer. Ball gazing rules. I remember one of my coworkers when I was still working at Pizza Ranch. He was amazing with that shit. He would just pull one on anybody. Like it would just be like oh, he'd be like working, and like he would be working chicken. He could be like dropping chicken pieces into the fryer, into the broiler or broaster, I should say. And then it'd be like, one would be like, and it'd be like, ah, and then one of us would come running over, and we'd just like drop one right there, like just what is it? My hand, ball gazer. Every time, and he was good with them. Like even also, you can get them through like text messages. If you don't make it obvious, you have to make it not obvious. Like if you just put it into a text, it's like no, you got to put it like end of a message or something like that, or within, or like as an attachment in an email. I sent one like I wanted to change my schedule or something like that, and I sent the ball gazer, and I like one of my coworkers that I sent the like copy the email to, or like sent the email to. It's like, hey, can I whatever? I can't remember what it was. Like, oh, can I come in later or something like that? I tried asking if they got the email. It's fucking silence. I just got silence. It's like I think they did. I think they did. Master Gazer. I think I came up with the title of the episode, but I don't think that's a good title episode. I think the first time I've actually really heard about it was Love Guru. Like some of those movies, I don't know what it was. Like Love Guru was one of those movies that when I was growing up was like I watched that a lot. The movie is garbage, but it's entertaining. Like when I was, when I was a kid, I'd say probably even now if I watched it, I'd be like, I'd be entertained by it. Fuck yeah, of course I would be. You got fucking Mini Me. You got basically a lot of the. You got Mike Myers. You got Mini Me in there. Uh, I can't remember what his name is. Like Troy, something like that. Started with a T. He passed away. Over a decade ago. That's why we're not never ever probably getting another Austin Powers. But Goldmember, oh my god, Goldmember! I watched the shit out of that when I was a kid. Like every time, and it was decent. Obviously, some of the more adult jokes I didn't get when I was a kid, because like, oh, he's talking about his dick. Oh, that's what it means. I didn't know that when I was like fucking 5. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't pay attention to that. I just paid attention to the funny piss scene or whatever. Like, this or that, or oh, fat bastard is fat bastard. It's like a sicko. He left a turd in his gi or whatever the sumo undies are called. I feel like there's a term for that. I don't want to look it up though. No offense. It's like it's not worth looking up. All right now, Jamie. If I had a Jamie, I would. That and Blazing Saddles. That was a big one too that I watched a lot when I was a kid. Like, boom. I'm pretty certain I've already talked about it. It's like, yeah. I don't know why. The movie's amazing. Can never be made again, but amazing. Hilarious. Good message, very poignant, but also sure as shit never gonna be made. Again, it can't be made. Something like that being made today, either you're extremely far right or you're not. That's never reading the light of day. Never seen the light of day. Because it would be racist. Super racist. And no one would get it. Like, if it was released today, no one would get it. No one would get it. Shit. Like again, going back to JoJo's and stuff like that, it's like, man, it's gonna suck at certain parts of this of the anime slash, or when they get to the certain parts of the story. For instance, and this is not a spoiler one, the bug bite. This is kind of a spoilerly one. This basically the rape scene. More 2 rape scenes. There's 2 of them. With a child. Oh man, yeah, I just thought about that. There's 2 of them. And one of them's a lesbian rape scene. Which is still not good, but again, still. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Also, explaining the main villain's gonna be that one's gonna be rough. And the motivations and the reasoning and not justifying that he's right. That's gonna be tough. Oh, I sure hope people don't misconstrue him hard. This was made in the early 2000s. This was made in the 2000s. And does not mean to reflect what's going on within our current times. Oops. You know what's all, and like, speaking of like, oh, it's reflective of your time. Black Ops 2. Bless Black Ops 2. I love Black Ops 2. People criticize or like I think people are like getting like, this is very similar with world events going on. I don't mean to get political or stuff like that. This seems almost like it is. We are in the future where it's gonna be just like Black Ops 2, like some of the background stuff. And the reason that they came up with the story for Black Ops 2, it's like they got people that like kind of, I don't want to say predict, but like know reasonings and have written stories before that would like, oh, end in war, this and that. That's kind of make sense, and reasonings and things like that. They know how something like this could have gone down, and surprisingly, it's coming to fruition a little bit, but also not. No one really knows. It's in a constant state of flux. Constant state of flux. But this could age like milk, or this can age good. I honestly don't know. And I'm here for the ride, man. Like, shit. I don't know. I don't know. But be nice, people. If you have a disagreeing opinion, to me, it doesn't matter to me or to anyone else. Just keep an open mind. Because the minute that you don't have an open mind is when you're gonna lose. You're gonna start losing. The minute that you do is when you start losing. Exactly. I almost slept there. I almost like fell asleep right then and there. I woke up at 5:30. Give me a freaking break, dude. Oh man. That's fine. But yeah. Again, I did I mention it early on when I was making that video with the tattoo about the Joestar tattoo, and the later half was about part 7. Yeah, literally the day after I posted that video, they announced the JoJo day. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, the day after, not like the week after. No, the exact day after I posted it. I'm like, you bitch. Oh. But yeah, I need to get back on like making content and stuff like that. I know there's a Mountain Dew flavor kind of out, but I haven't dared to look and check. Technically, there's already a flavor out if I count the like basically Baja, like Fever Dream Baja Blast. It's more or less just a Baja Blast with cream in it. But the cream, I don't think it has lactose or something like that to allow it to curdle, which is amazing. Cause like you're mixing an acid and a base together. Well, how are you doing this? So I think it's just pure cream. I don't know. However, it's basically just a dirty Baja Blast. However, it's amazing. I love it. But I haven't ranked it yet. I have not ranked it yet. So technically, I need to do that. And I have an absolute fucking banger of a bit to do with the episode. But I don't know. If I can do it, I'll do it. But we will see. And also to remove the one that I need to still do, because I just emphasize on that. Yeah. I can't, like, I also need to find it, and I need to have time, because apparently it came out last week, and I did not know about it, and I did not have time to make a video. Like, last Thursday when I had my day off, I was just like, I was doing stuff, and I was just like, I legit should not be using anything or trying to like set up anything. I don't even know what I did last Thursday. So I think this one, honestly, I need to do some work, because like I need to clean the screen, not the screens. Like I need to do some cleaning. It's like dusty in here. It's dusty. Like my camera's like coated, which says a lot because it's only been like a little over a year. But I think it's also because like circulation things. I don't really know. But yeah, I need to. And also the room is actively used, so that gives it the space to do that sort of thing. I am draining my uh, battery fast. That's fine. I'm holding it together, barely. But I think it's about time I should wrap it up. So look at the time right now. Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, it's about time. So if you want to watch this if you want to watch this happen live, you can interact in the chat. Watch the after show, which happens after this. So don't have to whatever wait. I think this one I'll probably just upload the video afterwards. I might want to play a little bit of Marvel Rivals. I want to play some games. God damn it. I'm gonna take a quick little break to pee because I want to play some games or something like that. So that's something that happens after the podcast. Will not show up on the podcast anywhere else, like on YouTube and Spotify. Those are their own separate thing. They're edited, but they're not. And yeah. Man, that makes me think about one setup room, and I hope that they actually put shit back. I don't know why. It just the edited part. I like to thank Greens for the use of their song "Used to It" off the album "The Call." Last week I missed an opportunity to go to one of their concerts, and their next one is in fucking Fargo. I'm not gonna be there. And of course, their album comes out next weekend, not this weekend. If you're listening to this on the 17th, whatever, it's not this weekend. This Thursday, it comes out the following weekend, the weekend of what would be the 26th and 27th of April, Saturday, Sunday. Man, I am ready for this one. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the track listing. I think it's Sometimes is the last track. Maybe it did influence them to change their set list on not set list or order on the album, because like there was a certain, I think it was no, it was Waiting. I said it should be, but they did I think Shoot Sometimes as their last song, which honestly same vibe. But I think they have one, to my knowledge, they only have one more music video to put out for the album, which I'm in. More than likely. I'm in. Yes, I am in it actually. Because some of the shots, they can't not have me in it. No offense to them. But no, like, I am in it. I'm in them. I think I'm in like the beginning thing. Like they do like a little sketch with it too. It's interesting actually. Just like I read the script of it just a little bit. It's funny. It's funny. I also did some mic work on it. Hopefully that actually came out well. That's probably why it's taking so fucking long. If I'm honest, that's probably why it's taking them so long. Oh, because it's not like the other ones. And oh man, I could have fucked up the mic work. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just helped him out. Like after one of my shifts of work. So yeah, what I'm wearing in the music video is me just straight after work one day. Just all in black. Jeans. Like black jeans, black long sleeve shirt. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Then I went to church in that exact same clothes because I passed out on their couch after drinking. We had a lot of good food there too. But yeah, I want to do that again. I want to get with the boys and see how they're doing. But it's probably not going to be before the album. I hate to say it. It's not going to be before the album drops. And I'm probably going to go to their house just so I can probably get a copy or an early copy if I can. But if you want to listen to that, you can go to Spotify and YouTube. Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can find their music. Wherever you can find music, basically you can find it on there. It's on Bebo. It's on Streambeam. It's on Musicify. Musicify. I don't know. Musicify actually does sound like a service, so maybe not. I don't really know. Musically was one, but now it's just straight up TikTok. I don't really know. I think. Is there any other thing with that? I don't know. But yeah, I can't wait for that so for that music video, it's going to be on YouTube, obviously. But April 25th is the release date of their second album, Come What May. It's funny that the album doesn't release in May. Actually, no, it is funnier that it releases in April. Come what? May? Or just like it should be released on April 31st, like May. come what? May? Yeah. It's gonna be a good album. It's definitely gonna be better than the first. Even though the first one was just more or less just like them as a college, just a couple college guys, and like, more or less that was just a project that they worked on for probably a class and a grade and things like that. But but as I look at the time, it is not midnight here anymore. However, it is midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh baby, well I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.